ODM party has actually been exemplary. In 2013, ODM party had about, our party leader had about 75% of the votes. And in 2017, we had about almost 60% of the votes. So generally speaking, you look at the number of members of the county assembly. ODM has majority members. So with the handshake, actually our expectation, my expectation as a candidate was that Jubilee will not fill a candidate in Bonchari, because basically Kisii County is our ODM zone. But that was not the case, and now we have the other candidates in the ballot. And I want to say that because of regional interests, national interests in Bonchari, it has become very difficult where we are seeing the government pushing for a particular candidate. We have had specific cases where the assistant chiefs, the clan elders, the chiefs campaigning openly for a particular candidate, the Jubilee candidate, to be very specific. And this is not allowed in the law. It's really not allowed for public servants to be openly campaigning, not even secretly. They're actually openly campaigning for the candidate. And I want to be very candid on this. Even as we speak, we have had in the last 1 week where one candidate, who is the Jubilee candidate, has been given a number of police protection. This gentleman, who happens, by the way, to be my uncle for your information, is therefore my dad. Zebedeo Pora is actually my dad. If we go by our customary laws in Gusii, he is my father. And therefore, he's been going around openly, doing funny things where the police are watching, you know. There's funny things like bribing the voters when he's seeing the police there. And therefore, I want to say that this is something I want to condemn with the strongest terms possible, because the government is supposed to offer security. Everyone, we are a Kenyan, we pay taxes. It is upon the responsibility of the government to ensure that we are offered security, not one specific candidate being given preferential security. And I also want to specifically condemn the fact that these, let me call them the administrators, are openly and blatantly campaigning for one candidate. That is basically unacceptable. We had one case where one member of county assembly from Rianawad was arrested over allegations that he tried to molest an assistant chief. That was not the case. This was totally not the case. And therefore, we're urging our people, we're urging our security agencies. I'm also urging the Inspector General of Police. And I'm also asking my brother, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, to really let the people of Bonchari decide who is the leader. We don't want to go into cases where we are being forced, where Bonchari are being forced to elect a leader they don't want. We have a constitutional right to elect a leader who is liked by the people, who has the ideals of the people in mind. So I'm urging the security agencies, I'm urging my brother and friend, Dr. Matiang'i, to go slow on Bonchari. Let the Bonchari people decide so that we can have our leader. At the end of the day, we respect him. We give him a lot of respect as our leader from Guziland, but let him not, let him just allow us. Let's allow Bonchari to make the decision.
Do you have evidence that the Honorable CS is involved in this? Have you raised
saying that is directly involved? When the county commissioner gives, or rather, the presence, actually, look at the presence of police. You look at the activities, you look at the way the candidate is conducting himself. He's the head of the Ministry of Interior, the docket that he holds as a minister. He's the head. And therefore, I will assume, you being the head and the Inspector General of Police, therefore, you can't delink him from all this.
So, Mheshimiwa, what yes. The appeal you're trying to send out to the Honorable CS, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, is that he should ensure that there's equity in terms of distribution of security personnel to all candidates taking part in this particular by-election.
Yes, there is equity and there is also transparency. I want him to respect the people of Bonchari, to make the decision, not to try to tilt or try to influence the decision Bonchari people are going to make. Dr. Matiang'i, by the way, is my friend, and I want to categorically say he's still my friend. But I'm requesting that he can let our people, we are a small clan in the bigger clans of Guziland, Let us make our decisions about Bonchari without external interference. We're having a lot of external interference. People who are not Boncharians, people who have nothing to do with Bonchari, coming to influence the way Bonchari should make their decision come 18th of May.
Peter Oyongo says you're a brilliant fella. He supports you. Peter Onyongo. Jeff Apolitico says, engineer is such a brilliant man. I've listened to him. I'm ready to blog for him for free. So you got one blogger for free, eh?
That's
Jeff Apolitical. Please carry on, Jeff Apolitical. Keep on blogging. Keep on sending tweets about Engineer Pavel Oimeke. We have PM Mwango who says, you are a sharp man. Bonchari needs you. Yeah. Quite a number. Elisha Alwala says he's following, and he says you have good vision for the people of Bonchari. Candy Joy says she is proud of you. Julius Juma says he's watching. There's this guy called Salim Isaac says he's watching and is proud of you. Eric Njalale, all the way from Kandui in Bungoma, says you should be the MP for Bonchari. Now, Tuesday is just around the corner. How have you prepared yourself for this big day? It's going to be a big day, the D-Day. It's your date with the destiny and for the people of Bonchari. How have you prepared for this day?
Thank you very much, Philip. I can confidently tell you that I've done my homework, just like you're facing exams. You know, I've done many exams in my life. I've prepared, I've revised, I've done the homework. I've talked to our people about Bonchari. I've met them, and I'm still doing the final bit of revision. You know, before you face exam, you revise. What I want to say is that my people, or our people of Bonchari, please, let's wake up on 18th and vote for me, because we want change. Bonchari actually go around, they're saying they want change. We don't want leadership that has been there forever. Like one of the candidates, he has been there for 25 years. We have voted for somebody for 25 years, even myself. I voted for him for the last 25 years. And now it's time for change. We need proper young leadership that is visionary, that is going to take the constitution to a different level. So we are prepared, we are ready, and we are going to win. And I want to say just one thing. I'm a Christian, I believe in God. And I believe that God, the God we worship, has already anointed somebody to take care of the leadership of Bonchari. And this is my message, that let's not try to impose personal will on the people of Bonchari. Let the people wake up. We want peaceful elections. Police can be there to offer security, but there should be no intimidation, there should be no harassment. At the end of the day, Philip, God will be glorified in Bonchari. God, can do many things that, many things that people cannot even imagine. So the people of Bonchari will vote. They'll select a leader come 18th. And as ODM, Orange Democratic Movement, I'm prepared, we are prepared, and we're going to win this seat.
Alex Osoro says, utashinda hiki kiti asubuhi mapema. Then there's Oyaro Mastavin. These are the kind of brains we need in Bonchari constituency. There's Dennis Chacha. Dennis Chacha is congratulating you, and he says you will be the next MP. Anauliza kama wewe ni fan wa Arsenal. I don't know which team you support. Then there's Nyanganga George, the master of development, engineer Pavel Oimeke wins. This is quite interesting. Huh? Then there's Bob Bonchari. Bob Bonchari says we need greater and meaningful development in Bonchari constituency, and this will be achieved by engineer Pavel Oimeke. These are just a few of the comments that are coming on. We can see there's this Nyanganga George. He says Oimeke wins mapema Mbuya. Mbuya, I don't know what Mbuya means.
It means good.
Good, okay. There's Dominic Matagi. His manifesto gives him votes, a young and visionary leader. Well, Tuesday, you have a date with destiny. Unfortunately, it falls on a weekday and people are going to work. What mechanisms or arrangements have you put in place to ensure that people turn out in large numbers to support you, especially in your strongholds?
Well, I may not be able to divulge details on that. It is part of my campaign strategy on how to go about that. But I can tell you, people are going to vote.
People are going to vote.
Yes.
You know, there's this tradition about by-elections where voter turnout is usually very low, below 50%. Like when I was in Msambweni, it was about 38% of voter turnout. And in Matungi, it was about 42%. What do you expect to be the percentage of the voter turnout in Bonchari on Tuesday? What is your expectation?
Well, I expect the percentage to be above 50%. As I said, we're going to put in some measures to ensure that voters are in the polling station to vote. For me, specifically. Yes.
I've been seeing a post doing rounds in the constituency. Pavel Oimeke, 13,000 plus. Is that what you believe in? Do you think you can get half of this voter turnout that you expect, about 50% of the voter
Definitely,
turnout?
I'm very confident that I will get majority of the votes in this Bonchari. The numbers, it depends on the turnout. But as I said, we expect a good turnout, just like any other by-election. The Bonchari people, as I said, most of the people in Bonchari are not out. We have a few voters in Nairobi who may not be able to travel. But because of the poverty levels in Bonchari, because of the economic status of Bonchari, most people are within. A bigger percentage is within Bonchari. And therefore, this will be a different scenario from other areas where we have had by-elections. So,
Mheshimiwa, we are coming to the evening of this show.
Yeah.
And I just want to give you an opportunity to face that camera, speak in Ekegusi, talk to that old lady down there in Suneka, talk to that old man doing his farming on the field in Bonchari. Talk to him, tell him something in Ekegusi, give him hope, make him hope and think. The floor is yours.
Abanchari baminto oyono Robert Pavel Oimeke njeno mwana ino eno mwankiniri mpaka naikire sinaikirega nje nkubolia ndekerwa kya Bonchari igonko basorora abagaka baminto abangina baminto bamura baminto abaisike baminto igonko basora mombu atesinande monge kura ya ino mombe ikere kura nche Bonchari tonchoreri Bonchari esera boniga ase chibesa chikoliewa ase chibesa chiachire n'abantu bake igontagete mombe kere kura nso ali kero keri bakorere gasi nje no mwana ino mwakiniri na nje no engineer ninde tayari bakorere gasi ligere Bonchari yaito MSA rama yane nelitunda ODM wogoja gwika tijikabere moimoke mapema saa 12 mosoera ini wakekura mori Oimeke usimori litunda li tokolia litunda li mori mbekere etik ligere ntamboke bakoregasi nyasaye abasesenie abanchari baminto. Asante.
Well, you've heard it from Mheshimiwa Robert Pavel Oimeke. This man has spoken about his vision. He has talked about what he intends to do for the people of Bonchari for the next 1.5 years. And he's full of oomph and energy, so he says. And they say the earliest bird catches the worm. He woke up so early. He came for a series of meetings in town here, and he's been on this show, and I would say he is determined. Perhaps he is the best that the people of Bonchari will ever have. Wake up very early in the morning on Tuesday morning, the 18th, the people of Bonchari. Wake up early. Go to your nearest polling station where you are registered. Cast your ballot. Vote for your candidate. I will say, from the ODM point of view, vote for Pavel Oimeke. This is your man. This is your next leader. And this is a man who's going to take you to the next level. And as Ching Ning Chu said, a successful life is one that is lived through understanding and pursuing one's own path, not chasing after the dreams of others. I believe Honorable Oimeke is chasing his own dream for the people of Bonchari. Thank you very much. We will have a repeat of this show this evening. If you've missed it, you will watch it again in the evening. We'll replay it. But from now, we say thank you and goodbye from Mocha Hotel. Asante Mheshimiwa.
Thank you very much.
We wish you the best.
Thank you.
On Tuesday.
Thank you.
God bless you.